Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, we're talking about part 2, Larimar 2025 buyer versus 2022-2023 buyers. That's right, things are a little different, but courtesy of Jamie Gruber and his video with Daniel Malky, we can set the record straight on why some of us would have said, hey, what's going on, as time has went by in the last 3 years. Newbies have a different perspective. The old guys have a different perspective than the newbies. Let's get into it, shall we? Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. Please share the videos because you never know who's a Dominican Republic real estate investor still looking for a very awesome place, potentially awesome place. But let's get into it, shall we? Because straight away, one thing that's coming down the pike is noticing where downtown or services are located or may be located. When we started out in 2022, basically, there were supposed to be shops underneath the towers. We'll get into Horizon 1 where there were supposed to be shops there, but it was going to be behind it. So, in the Jamie Gruber video, things have changed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Boy, that's a lot of digging, man.
The first 3 levels are going to be parking area, and the pool level and the bottom level is just what they're starting to build now.
Interesting.
Right?
How tall will these be? 15 stories?
15 stories high.
Wow. Where's the cliff?
The cliff is over there.
Over there.
Now, of course, after you've seen that, this is 2025 at the end of October, somewhere between, I thought it was October 29th, but it's 5 days ago from November 2nd or 1st. So it's the last week of October that this video is being done by Mr. Gruber. But the point is, look at what happened when he was here, Daniel Malky, in our SSN Nation a couple of years ago and a few months.
This underneath the towers, there's going to be a big commercial area. Okay, so you go
Underneath.
in after the golf course. Underneath the buildings, it's going to have one big commercial area. Let me see. I think I have a rendered so
All right. So you can see some of us, the early investors, were going, what's going on? And there's never been anything coming out from Larimar in the form of emails or communication that says, hey, you know, some of the things we were going to do earlier, it's changed, but it's okay. It's all right. Now, let's move to the next thing, shall we? Because the next thing is when they go over to Horizon View 1. In 2022, there was going to be Horizon View 1 and Horizon View 2. Now there's no longer Horizon View 2. Just heads up. Let's see what they say when they come upon Horizon View and no longer have to have a designation of 1 because there's only one tower that's going to be called Horizon View. But I'm going to show you something else after you come upon that, and we'll talk about that after you watch this.
Whoa, man.
So this is Horizon. Look at that. That's beautiful building. It's like, resort style here. All the units are going to have views to the cliff.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's very interesting, except this is what we knew was supposed to happen. I don't know about you, but this is much more spectacular in my opinion when there was going to be two of them. And notice that nice little man-made lake on, it looks like the second level with the little island over here on the right-hand side. I think a lot of people would think this is much more spectacular than just one tower and some golf course over here, or even in front maybe. Who knows where the golf course really is going to be, but it'll be in this area. So you see, foregoing this look to a newer look, I have to say, that's not so appealing. Let me know what you guys think. Wouldn't you rather have this with these lakes and seating areas and possibly something else over here on the right hand side? Let me know down below in the comment section.
We're gonna have our huge artificial beach. This has like 300 meters from point to point, more or less. Amanalu, which is what you see now, that they're building the restaurant part, and the hole that you see there dig is the artificial beach here.
I almost forgot something about Horizon. You can see on the screen the new map, 2025, Phase 1. Again, all of this cannot be done in 2 or 3 years, I don't believe. But we will see, because again, the James Hotel, the Royal Sonesta, golf courses, especially the 18 hole, should take more than 2 years, along with subdividing lots, building villas. And I don't know if they're going to build villas, because back in 2022, 2023, when this concept of villas were coming out, they said that they were going to allow you to have other people to build your villa. So the question is, when are you going to see sewer, water lines, electricity being ran, and roads being built? And there's more to the questions, because if you can see this clearly, this says restaurant. There's supposed to be a restaurant here behind Breeze. This is also supposed to be, it's not marked, maybe it's kind of marked, but this is the sports complex, but this is supposed to be a retail strip here, and they added this second building, so maybe it's 2 retail, shops, or we don't know. Maybe somebody else does. Here's where we were in the video origin, and this apparently is going to be that 300-meter lake. So I guess there will be a lake ultimately in front of Horizon 1. Another hotel, it says here. So again, we have 1, 2, 3. The Aston Towers are going to be here, I believe. Is that it? Yeah, it looks, or it's somewhere here. Are these the 3? This is, anyhow, there's going to be some others. Here goes another, the Grand Aston Hotel. All right. Paradise is here. Paradise Condo Hotel. Aston Condo Hotel. Another hotel. So to me, this looks like Larimar City and Resort is the appropriate name. But now we need more than just pools, beach clubs, and a city center. If you're going to have at least right here, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 condo hotels or hotels outright. And we haven't even gotten down through the other 2/3 of the Farallon, which is going to have another 4 hotels for sure. Just saying. All right. Just had to interject that in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's very simple. We're going down the line, taking lists, taking names, taking numbers, because now, what about those 5-star hotels? Let's see what they have to say about that as we roam around the Farallon.
So right over here will be a hotel?
There's going to be a 4-story high hotel, which we closed with Sonesta. We want this to be more like an experience tourism, where people come, they stay here, they have a nice room, nice places to go out and dinner, stuff like that, but we want them to explore the island.
All right, 5-star hotel Sonesta, Royal Sonesta, and the James Hotel, the upper end brands for the Sonesta brand. But let's go see what they say, shall we? Here you go. This is the article, and this is not new. This is from September 11th, 2023, over 2 years ago. Sonesta announces Larimar City and Resort new luxury development. And by the way, notice there's no hotel breaking ground. Just saying. Once again, timelines, 2 years, 2.5 years, maybe longer, generally to build hotels. Just saying. Here we go with this picture that you might as well just forget about, because there are apparently no levels like was claimed back then. So let's see if there's anything that they're talking about here. But the most important part is the first part. Sonesta International Hotels Corporation today announced plans for Larimar City and Resort, a new multi-use development that marks the company's entry in the Dominican Republic. Anchoring this development will be new Royal Sonesta and James Hotels, two of Sonesta luxury and lifestyle brands. Very simple, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just give you my point of view. Royal Sonesta inside of America, $89, $99 a night. Outside of America, in a couple of locations, because they don't have that many, at least as of a year and a half ago, then the prices start moving up a little bit. You might get to the 150, 200, 250 range. So again, being in this environment at Larimar City and Resort, it's supposed to give it a somewhat of a little upscale luxury. James Hotel is considered upscale luxury as well. There's only like 1 or 2 of those in locations. So therefore, there has potential. Now, I want to mention something else, because some of you can go see the Jamie Gruber video. The link is down below, and watch the whole thing. I'm doing excerpts. The reason why is because I'll be on here forever. The first video was over, 25 minutes. This one, I'm trying to keep under 15. So the realm of the situation goes, such as there was talk in the video of residential, but yet we're going to have 6 hotels on the Farallon. You're going to call Aston Towers, which is 3 towers, condo hotels. You're going to call another one by the golf course a condo hotel. You're going to call one of the Paradise buildings a condo hotel. You have beach clubs, and you have swimming pools. A whole Farallon of resort type of amenities, which I don't call them amenities because we have to spend money, except if you want to dip your toe in the pools as an owner at Larimar. It's very simple. All right. Now, you guys seen the clip, right? If not, I'll play it now for back in 2023 about the hotels.
We're planning on 5-star hotels. These hotels are not your typical all-inclusive 2,000 room hotels. They're going to be small 200, 300 unit hotel rooms. We want them to be have themes, like have an adult-only hotel, maybe a kids hotel, a music hotel, something like that. That's what we're aiming for.
Okay, very simple. Now we get back into some other things. We're going to move along to where they're explaining there's going to be 800 meters of Farallon for the first phase. The question is, when is the first phase? Because again, as you guys know, first phase was supposed to be September 2025 or December 2025 or March 2026 or June 2026. We'll give them 6 months on either way, but either way, it's not going to happen. But now that was the previous first phase. I have to reiterate, it was supposed to be Prime Towers 4, they're 4 buildings, plus Horizon 1, plus the sports complex, plus 800 meters, as they're calling it now, which may be the 1/6 of 3 kilometers. All right. So it's a question mark on what do they actually mean, because back then there was no golf course. Remember? But we're still going to have 800 meters, and we don't know how long that's going to take. Do you? Anybody want to take a guess? That's pretty far, 808 football fields.
So I was telling you before, for the first phase, we're going to have the first 800 meters of this boardwalk here at the edge of the cliff. Here, we're going to have a short game golf course.
Another one?
This is like a family golf course.
How many golf courses, man?
Hey, people like this.
That's a distance to be putting in lakes and pools and all that. All right. And let me give you the new image, by the way, because that's something that I have not been able to do. Let's go that way so you guys can see for yourself. Here's what the new Farallon looks like. Check this out. Okay. Do you guys see what I see? I see hotels on the Farallon. I see hotels. I don't see that man-made lake might be here in front of Horizon. The golf course is going to be down here. Maybe this is the 300 meters of water for that Amanalou, sorry. And I can't tell, this is just renderings, but you do see 4-story high hotels. None of those levels of your own owners have their own beach clubs on different levels. You see, and I would also point out, this is very close. All this is very close. This doesn't seem very far away from each other. So all that 1.8 mile space, or 3 kilometers, that's a lot of space, but not much space up front, it doesn't appear. But we'll see how this all plays out when they actually build it, because that's how things work. You just never know what's going to happen. Now, let's get into the surprise. There's a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. When they go over to the Origin, all of a sudden there's going to be a Crystal Bridge, I guess is what they're calling it now, and a seating area, a lounge, a lookout. Seating, lookout, whatever you want to call it, but 2 lookout type of places. A lounge area that overlooks the cliff, and of some sort of a bridge or pool. I don't know, because I've seen renderings with the pool, but whatever it is, it said 50 meters out, which is very interesting. Again, you're going to need serious supports for that, and I don't know about supports down a hill, but hey, to each his own.
Woo! We're going to have like a crystal bridge that's going to take you 50 meters, and you can it's a lookout place. But this is a surprise. You have to take this out.
That's insane. That is beautiful, man. That's a gorgeous view from up here. And so all of this here will remain green. You cannot build there, right? Yeah. Okay. So you're always going to have that view. And so what is something like this? What is this whole setup here? That's
going to be like a lounge.
A lounge.
A chill out lounge.
Yeah.
Like a fireplace.
The other thing is, let's talk about other stuff, because I don't want to get into this. This is going to be video number 3 is going to come out. Part 3 is going to come out. This was just short and sweet. I just want to, like I said, keep getting your feet wet on what we were told in 2022, 2023 versus the little changes they're doing. These little changes in the overall scheme of things might not have a lot of impact, because the impact comes from, I'm with Gruber about the golf course. Why you have 2? Again, that's one of my pet peeves too. He's adverse not adverse, but he understands the tourism industry. When people leave and go to islands, there's only a small percentage of people that go golfing. And then again, the weather dictates whether you're going golfing as well. High humidity, 8 months out of the year, 8.5 months out of a year, is not conducive for a lot of golfing going on. That's why the PGA Tour, when it comes, it's going to come somewhere between January and before April 1st, more than likely, because that is the best weather. And you don't have to deal with wind, rain, and high humidity levels. So again, let me know what you guys think so far. Do you think I should keep going? Whether you will or whether you won't agree, part 3 is coming up. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, and that's why investing dollars that go awry or go over the time limit for you to recoup your investment or start recouping your investment, that does matter. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.